What's up, everybody? It's Alex from Heavy New York. We got another awesome guest on the phone. We are here with Jason of Cauldron. Thank you so much for your time, man.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's so great to have you here. I was actually just reviewing your newest record, New Gods, and it is absolutely awesome. How was the making of it?
Uh, it was it was good. I mean, we spent like 2 years on that record writing it. We recorded it a year ago now, and it feels pretty good to finally have it see the light of day.
Yeah, being that it took 3 years to make it, did anything kind of like change throughout the making of it?
Well, let's see here. No, nothing changed.
Oh, okay. That's impressive that you were able to.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to think of when we did the record before it. That was like 2014. We recorded that, so that one took a while to come out. So yeah, we had a lot of time to work on this one. We had actually already begun writing and had song ideas before the last one came out. So
Wow.
then we went out on tour, and kind of our first tour for the last record, we got in an accident. That sort of set us back about 6 months. We got off to a good start, but then did nothing for 6 months, and yeah. Then we,
Well, being that it was like, since you said the last record came out in 2014, is it fair to say that this was kind of like a fresh start and a new approach to songwriting with New Gods, or was this kind of just like picking up where you left off?
no, I think it was a natural progression. Like I said, a lot of those songs we started writing as soon as In Room was done. So,
Okay.
but I mean, we went through a lot of shit and some struggles making the record. So, I think you can hear it in there. And also, we kind of, rather than record 12 songs for the record and only have 9 go on it anyway, we only recorded the 9 that we knew were going to go on the record, so we could pay more attention to each song.
Okay. So was there kind of like, there was like a quality over quantity sort of aspect to it?
For sure. And we really wanted to just put the songs first this time, like songs first and foremost, and sort of not give a shit about whether, is this something we should be doing or not, or does this suit, is this heavy enough for Cauldron? It was just all about, is it as good as it can be? And that was, I think we achieved that.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, I always thought that Cauldron, especially with this record, you guys definitely have a distinct sound that really defines you guys. But I'd imagine that you do have room to experiment as well, right?
I think so. I think we try and push the boundaries a little bit with each record. We always think like the softest song on the record is going to be too soft for Cauldron fans or whatever, but in time they always end up becoming the most requested songs. So I think.
Well, it's funny. The standout song that I thought with this particular record was Isolation, being that was kind of just the instrumental song on the record. But I've noticed with this particular record, there was kind of like a consistent flow throughout it.
Yeah, well, we tried to make it flow.
Yeah. So being that there is kind of like a flow that goes throughout it, like does maybe each song get easier because you kind of like know what to do each time?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, you take like a new approach to each song.
I mean, we don't think, like we had, like, I think the first 4 or 5 songs on the record start on guitar. We didn't intend for it to be that way. It's just sort of the way it happened. And so, yeah, we just focus on each song individually and not think of how they're all going to fit together in the end, but work with what we have at the end and try and come up with the best sequencing for the record.
Okay. So you kind of just answered, like, in a way, my next question. It's not like you have, like, a preconceived idea or, like, you have, like, a riff in mind that you work off of. There is a lot of improvising in the songwriting process.
Well, I mean, the songs come about in different ways. Sometimes they begin with a melody that pops in your head, and you got to fill in the music around it, or sometimes I'll put an entire song together at home in my bedroom and show it to the guys. Other times it starts with some of Ian's riffs that sort of stand out, and we end up putting them together in the jam space and letting it happen there.
Okay. And you mentioned with the guitar work, is it fair to say that Cauldron is like a very guitar-driven band? Like it kind of usually starts with that?
Absolutely. Guitar and melody driven, but yeah.
Okay. Does the sound of your music ever determine how the lyrics come to be?
No, the music's, like, I would say 100% separate from the lyrics.
Yeah.
The lyrics are an afterthought. We focus on music and riffs, and that usually lends itself to the melody, which then we're left with the task of filling in the blanks and the lyrics.
So it's fair to say you can't even think of a lyric without having some music, right?
No, I might have some lyrics, but they may or may not work themselves into any piece of music. But for the most part, yeah, lyrics just are written to suit.
Yeah.
Not to suit the music, but written to suit the melody, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, no, it does make sense. And
oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, you were saying?
Nothing.
Oh. Now, one thing I was really curious about with your music is I definitely see a lot of metal influences in there. I see a lot of rock influences. I feel like you guys are definitely like not a band that could be pigeonholed, for lack of better words. So do you think, is it fair to say that Cauldron does experiment a lot in the songwriting process?
No, we sort of have a songwriting formula that works for us, and it's kind of always been the same since the start. But as far as the inspiration goes, I guess that comes from whatever we're listening to at the time that we're really getting off on. Whatever we enjoy to hear, we kind of create more of it ourselves. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that because your style does have like a variety in, like I know you have a formula, but like I said, it could appeal to metal fans, it could appeal to rock fans so much. Do you think that could allow you to tour with many different types of bands?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, Cauldron, and we've toured with many different bands. We've toured with fucking bands like Brutal. Some of their fans, but we always seem to find our way and get over okay.
Awesome. And one final question I wanted to ask you is coming from Toronto. I mean, I've interviewed so many bands from Canada, and I get like a different answer on how the scene is out there all the time, depending if I'm interviewing like a death metal band from there or like a rock band. So what's your take on the whole Toronto scene?
As far as bands like us?
Yeah, or just the metal scene and rock scene in general.
I mean, I don't go out quite as much anymore, but it still seems to be quite healthy. I think in terms of bands like stylistically similar to us, so that probably peaked about 5 or 7 years ago. But I think the live music scene in Toronto is still quite healthy. I mean, there's a lot of local bands, and we get a lot of touring bands coming through, so.
Oh, yeah, it's awesome. And, like, do you think it's kind of easy? Because I know that Canada's a big country, but, like, being just like, on the east, you got, like, Critopsy and Gorguts and Cataclysm, and then you got, like, the Veer Union in Vancouver, which is more of a rock band. I'd imagine that it seems like in any of the big cities in Canada, it'd be easy to kind of start a band out there, right?
Yeah, I mean, Montreal, Toronto, Edmonton, and Vancouver are kind of the hot spots, or at least for us. Unfortunately, the West Coast and the East Coast are days apart, so there's no really, logistically, it's kind of impossible to tour Canada.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. So before we go, I want to thank you so much for your time. Is there just anything, you got the record release show happening at Kingsland this Saturday. Just what could we be expecting for Cauldron for the rest of 2018 and 2019 in the new God cycle?
Well, after this, we're going to Europe for a few weeks. And then we're looking at a few festivals for next year, but nothing really set in stone for next year. I'm just kind of looking towards the end of this year and seeing how well the record does and how much time it buys us.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Jason, thank you so much for your time, and looking forward to seeing you guys come in New York City again.
Sounds good. Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
Thanks
absolutely.
for supporting the record and the band. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Everybody, we are here with Jason of Cauldron. Be sure to pick up New Gods. This is Alex from Heavy New York, and we'll see you next time.